Hello gang, welcome back to Billy's Bluff. Now, despite everything going on the channel at the moment, Star Wars and live streaming, it'd be rude of me not to get you guys some Transport Fever 2 content and keep this game going, because I'm loving playing this series at the moment and everything that we're doing in it, especially when comments come in like Wingless Viper. So shout out to Wingless Viper, who's been a long time viewer and has some great suggestions on the game. Has given me a fantastic idea that we've implemented today. And in the last video, he said, hey, Ham, why don't you try putting in some rock walls around the port that you've just put in down at Coral Shores? So it's an idea that I thought, okay, well, I'll find if I've got some rocks that I can't have collisions on, which I did, but I had a mod ready to go. And we've implemented that today. So I'm excited to show you all the updates we've done to the new port down here at Coral Shores. It's not finished, but we'll get to it shortly, because today we're going to start looking at hooking up the oil line from down near Cape Hank all the way here to Coral Shores and getting the oil production underway. Excuse me, I'm about to choke on myself. Okay, so lovely view over there too. Let's hit play. Why aren't we playing? Lovely view of the tall ship at leaving over here at the new port. It's like old meets new. It looks really cool. Right, so I'm excited to show you the brand new Coral Shores port. So I've put the shipyard in, I've done some rock work, I've done some painting, and I've put in some mods to decorate up the oil lines and get the oil wharf looking really, really nice. Now, it hasn't been finished. I've taken some inspiration from my actual real life when I lived in Perth. I was in the Navy on a base called Garden Island, and they have a causeway that actually has a rock wall each side of their causeway going across the water. So I've taken a little bit of inspiration from that and tunneled it into this project and put it in as well. So we'll do a quick tour and then we'll crack into the building, because we've got a busy episode trying to get stuff done so we can get a bit of a track ride going. Right, first things first, as you come in through Coral Shores just here, our lovely rock work down around the foreshore has been implemented on either side. So our lovely new entranceway through under this bridge is lined with a beautiful rock wall with nice mossy rocks. We've got some mangrove trees and everything. Really happy with that. And then background, you can see the shipyard. I've done some more rock work, and you can see the oil pumps and oil refineries starting to take shape over there as well. So really happy with that. If we scooch on under here underneath the bridge, you can see just here, you can see the actual painting and retaining work I've done as well. So Wingless Viper, big shout out to you, because what a great suggestion, a great idea to implement in this, and that will be forever known as the Coral Shores Wingless Viper project. Okay, so we've implemented some rocks that I've started doing in and around here, around the actual shipyard itself. So I hope when you said this, Wingless Viper, you had this envisioned as well. Now, what I was thinking about is rock retaining a lot of this stuff around here, because you normally see big piers that have rock walls around the piers. Bit harder to do around here, so I'm going to implement where I can down here and do what I can. But you can see I put in a causeway bridge here. Yes, I put in a roundabout. How could I not? With its one-way in and out system. This is the causeway with retained rocks each side so far, and it's also got barriers either side to help it out. You can see what that looks like through here. Really excited about that, and then mangrove that up a bit as well. And you can see what it looks like from this side. Really cool. And this is some of the oil pipeline and pump work that I've started putting in down here at the port as well. The port. Right, and then obviously continued that on through here, where we'll have more going on, and this area will be flooded with buildings, cars, trucks, parking, stuff going on everywhere. I've put some more factories over here, linking these two refineries together, and really just trying to start getting it out. Now this here, where is it? I need to figure out one of these here. Oh wait, hit Alt G, Ham, hit Alt G for us, right? So that there does link up to that. Does that actually? That actually links up to all of them. So this one here actually links to everything, right? So very, very cool indeed. It's a nice big truck stop. And I finally added in the actual truck mod as well, just to get a bit of difference in with our truck stops also, right? That's the kind of view looking back over that way. Really loving it. I haven't put any cranes and all the other sort of fancy stuff I generally put around the ports down here yet. We'll probably get there. Started retaining up, just using regular retaining and retaining around the actual bridge itself. But I think you'll find the rocks really make a big difference. Really happy with that. So Wingless Viper, once again, thank you very, very much. Right. What we're going to crack on with today is finally getting some ships down in here from Weaver's Watch. Not a big jaunt, just a nice little jaunt straight into here and back again, doing some return work, okay? Which probably means this port might need to get even a bigger extension at some point down the track. Either way, we're going to be getting trains down to here, bringing crude. Then we're going to take that same train. We're going to have to put 2 trains in. I've already thought this process through. We're going to get the crude train all the way to Weaver's Watch. That crude train will then pick up refined and bring it here before heading back up the line to pick up more crude. Then we're putting in a second train. The second train will pick fuel up from here and take it in. So it'll be a shorter shunter sort of train to pick fuel up and send it back down this line. And then we're also going to send it back with refined as well. Okay, so we've got to make sure that our big train that comes from Cape Hank is actually a big train that can bring a lot. Potentially, we might even have to put 2 trains on that line to get as much lifted and shifted here as possible. So I think first things first, we should potentially just put it in anyway and start. Well, we can start while we're here, I think. I'm going to start by coloring the line. I'm going to start by naming it because I know what it's going to be. It's going to be Cape H to Weavers to dot. Then it's going to be crude to refine, and it's going to be a train, which yep, we would know because we're going to put a train on it, right? So we know it's going to be that. Then I'm going to start back here at Weaver's Watch. It's going to come from here. I want to make sure I click on it properly. Right? Perfect. Good. That's where we want it to be. It even needs to do a loop. Are you on the right section? Yeah, you'll be fine. And then you can slide out on that way. Right. Then it's going to come up here into there. Right. Looking good so far. It's going to scooch all the way up this yellow. Follow this yellow line just up here. Past, and actually if I do this you can see a bit better, past up here, and then you can see our oil fields just here we're going to be collecting from. We're actually going to set a truck line to head down into Cape Hank, down into here to drop the oil tankers off like so. So truck tankers will be taking the oil down into Cape Hank train station down here, where we will then get the trains to lift it and shift it out, right? So it's going to come in here. Now the game is going to complain about this because at the moment, from the line I have it in, which is this outside one, number 4. Well, actually, it's going to work there. Okay, well, that actually works, but do I want it to stay on that? I guess it doesn't matter, does it? They're going to have to share the same line. They're going to have to share the same line anyway. Yeah, okay, just leave it. Leave it for the moment. We might have to expand it later. And then it starts doing its 2A up there. Right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to specify everything these 2 trains are going to do. So we're at Weaver's Watch South. Let's start down at Cape Hank here. I know what Cape Hank's going to be. Cape Hank, we're picking up crude, okay? We're not unloading anything. That's easy. Then we're going back to Weaver's Watch, where we are going to be dropping off crude. So we want to unload the crude there. Then we're going to be loading refined. Right? Then after Weaver's Watch, we pull into dot, where we won't load anything, but we will unload refined, okay? That line is done, in place, Gucci, ready to go. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. We're then going to need another line. Actually, stick with my negatives here. When I say negatives, I just mean if you hit the number 1 on your numpad, you can cycle through the different effects that you can. this just keeps all our lines up, and so you can see the actual map. It's just not so blinding and in your face when you do that. Great tip from Stephen Spry. You can check out Stephen Spry's channel. He has a lot of great tips, hints and tricks, and he does a fantastic playthrough. He's doing a fantastic playthrough right now called Northumbria. Go and check it out. Okay, so we are going to add a new line. We'll head scooch on all the way back down here. So that line's done, taken care of, set and ready to go. So the next line, we'll actually start from down here again at Weaver's Watch. This is going to be a shorter line where we actually go, we've got the new line. Let's name it. We're also going to color it orange. Make it a bit brighter. We're also going to call this Weaver's to dot. Right, easy. And then it's going to be, well, we're going to call this refine to fuel by train. Okay, as easy as that. Keep it simple, Simon. We're going to go from here. Now, because we've got these lines pre-established and we've already got our waypoints in, it's making things a lot easier to set up. Then it's going to come here, right, where it's going to try and go back on itself. We don't want it to go back on itself. We want it to utilize the loop that it's got. Bang, and around it goes, and then back down the pipeline. Once again, we're going to specify what we want it to do here, which is at Weaver's Watch. We know that we are going to be actually start at dot. At dot, we know that you're going to be loading fuel, okay? And you're going to be unloading refined. Because we know at Weaver's Watch South, we know we're going to be loading refined and unloading fuel. Unloading fuel. Right, so that's those two big lines taken care of, and luckily we've already got the infrastructure in place. Thanks for coming. Next, before we get the ship sorted out on that, we're going to head back up to Cape Hank, where we start to get the truck lines in down here outside the oil wells. Well oil. That's trying to speak like an Irishman. Well, I'll be fruitcaked. We're going to go with a road connection here. We might even have to upgrade some of these. In fact, what I might do to incorporate all three of these, I might utilize one of our new truck stops right now with the country style, which is like one of these, and I want it to be a large cargo station medium, cargo station large industry. I'm hoping that we can get something. I'm even going to stick it half in this muddy water we've got going on down here. If I just, well, actually, maybe I don't need to. I just sort of tickle you across like that. Are you going to give me a connection to all three? And if you do, that's absolutely phantasmagorical. Yes. Okay, well, give me a little bit of drive-in length. That actually makes me really giddy. I'm quite giddy inside, gang. I'm quite giddy. Right, streets. Upgrade that. We only need that to be the connection that's upgraded because we are now going to take our line. It's going to be a bit of an interesting route. Apologies if it gets a little bit jittery, but we're going to be coming to here, right? I've sort of thought about this, what we're going to do. So we're going to just tunnel and burrow our way through. We're going to slightly bridge over the top of this where we can and try and come down into Cape Hank, somewhere around here. Whether or not I can scooch past here, or we might have to do, I might have my beautiful buildings that I built here, we might have to do a little bit of editing work per se, or basically if we go the overhead shot here, I'm trying to get this line to hook into here so we can scooch down around this way into the truck stop and then back out. That's what I'm trying to aim for at the moment. What's going to be hard is getting it through this actual section just here. However, not impossible. It just means we're going to probably have to delete a couple of things. I don't really like deleting the scenery that I've put in because I actually have grown fond of that scenery, and if I can get it just coming there over the top of that line, it's quite nice. Just so I'm going to take that as is. I might, whoa, game. The game has decided that it wants to put some people there. Okay, well, we're not doing that. Now, it's going to be quite jittery and hopeless here while the game's trying to calculate everything I'm trying to do, and it's trying to preempt everything I'm doing, which I don't really want it to do. But what I'm actually thinking now is we might actually put in a crossing. It's dangerous because it encourages the AI to build streets and towns over this side of the map. I can implement things to stop them though to do that. First, I'm going to actually stop that. And I'm going to see if we can pull a street across there. Into that, but we can't. Because I think you're at different heights too. Sorry, Cape Hank's quite a big chunky town these days. So it does get quite hard to, if I get down low and go, we might have less trouble. Now, you can see the game's really thinking about it every time I turn or try something. I think the only other thing I can suggest is burrowing underneath and popping up somewhere, which again, I don't really want to do. What if we drive the trucks through the actual yard? That's something I hadn't even thought about. The other option is bring the bridge around this way, down the side here. Yeah, you know what? That might actually be better. Put a crossing somewhere in down here if we can. That's still not going to work, is it? This is always going to be the toughest part, trying to get this hooked up. We just literally need a connection in here. Wonder if you could come from this side potentially. It doesn't help that you've fenced everything either. Okay, so in the end, I came up with a solution that was kind of okay, not kind of okay, but it is what it is. It is what it's going to have to be as well. I'm actually just putting back in some of the fencing here as well. You know what? I'll actually take you to there and actually come down like that if I can. Straight to that. Okay, finish that. It kind of is what it is. It's not my favorite option, but there weren't really, I'll be honest, there weren't really a lot of other better options. So we had a line that ran all the way along this edge here, which I loved, but we actually had to merge it into this double track just here, right? Which is fine. We put in a crossing, which I'm going to have to stop the AI building. And then we've put in a little causeway coming down in over there, which I'm okay with. The other option was trying to run a causeway all the way down there. That was nightmarish. Just nothing was really working. So I brought you back now to show you this because I want to get in the collision tile. I really don't want the AI building in here. So we are going to put these tiles in, and then I can probably put some decorations in like that. Maybe just spin it for me there, Slick. You might be just a bit big on one side. Right, and same goes for here. Just pop it back out of the ground for me. Don't want the AI building on it or converting the road. So you can go there. Same underneath my little coal mound here, which I'm going to have to retain it up now, which is fine. I've got plenty of things I can use to retain it. Drop it down. Drop it down. And then we'll do the same here. Sorry, I've been playing lots of... bring that up for me. You can go there and you can go there. Okay, good. So that's that taken care of. The collision tiles up. Hopefully the AI don't build in. And yeah, okay, that's sort of that in a hat. I might put other sort of gates there too to denote to the AI that, hey, this is a restricted area. Yes, there's crossing gates, boom gates here, but I might actually put like some boxes there, security booths and that sort of stuff, just to warn the AI as well. Okay, so that's going to be our established route. Still don't know if I'm 100% happy with it, but at the moment it's going to do. It's going to suffice. And we're going to send that all the way down into here. It took me a while to just figure a few things out and play with a few things. And by then, I just didn't want to bore you guys with me umming and ahhing because I do that quite a bit. So there's no point in doing that. Right. This line's going to be fine. It's pretty much straightforward. It's literally just going to be Cape, Hank, crude, TRNF, fire truck. Okay. I'm going to keep it as simple, Simon, as that. Okay, cool. Right. I'm going to get some trucks on that now, and that's going to be done. We're going to be done with that. Thank you for coming End of word, done, la-di-da. Right, where is my actual truck depot? I always turn it off because I end up having too many truck depot buildings turned on down here. That's ships. That's not truck. It's down here in town. That's right, we built it next to the bus stop. Our beautiful train station slash car park slash, this is our, beats walking transport. Take a train or a bus. It beats walking. Okay. You get it right, Ham, you're an idiot. Cargo-wise, we are going to go with some tankers. This man one seems pretty good as 21. We could take that as 25. We're actually going to use the right truck for the right job. We're going to go big or go home on this one. I'm going to take it up to about 24 to start with. You know me and all my that one there, and all my my even numbers. I have to have even numbers. I don't know why. Yeah, don't hate me for it. Right, tanker trucks are on their way. They look more like water trucks that would go out in water parks and stuff. Look at them. It's like a procession of trucks heading out. And that's Gucci there. So the AI will hopefully stop building in there. Hey, where are you going, buddy? But you can see there's like a little bit of a driveway in to slow the vehicles down. I kind of like it. And I'll do some editing and decorating there to bring it all up. Might even tip more coal down this side and retain that up. Much like we retained, I don't think it's this one. I think it's, I don't know where. I've set up some coal things and retained them elsewhere. Okay, good. Let's get the shipping line sorted out, shall we, while there's an autosave going on. Pretty straightforward, this one. Literally port to port and give it a name. So you're going to come from... we're doing auto-saving, Ham, remember? Yep, okay, got it. You're going to be... I'm going to make it orange. No, I'm not. I'm going to make it... Well, it's got to be that color. You are going to come... No, you're not going to come from that one. Have you got another one you can give me? Well, 3. Yeah, the one you've said. Okay. And down into here. That's as good a spot as anything. Looks like we don't have many to choose from. So 2 it is, which is fine because there's a lot of pumps and stuff going on down there. All right, Gucci, you are going to be called literally weavers to oral. What? Refine line. The refine line? Sure. The refine line. That's nice and easy to remember. And you're via ship. Okay, you've also put in a slash there, backslash, not an upright bracket. It doesn't matter. What are we doing now? Buy some ships. Oh, okay, buy some ships. And then we can buy some trains, and then we can ride them out. How does that sound? Buy some vehicles. Okay, so cargo vehicles, these little tanker ones here are pretty good. These ones here, 200, and we probably just want to put 2 on for the moment. Put them on the Weaver's Watch Coral with the backslash refine line ship. Okay, and they're going to come beautifully out of there. The water fills up. Look at that, the gate's open. How good's that for a mod, right? The water actually fills up inside, so you get the feeling like the ship's been built, and then they flood the dry dock with water, and then they steam it on out. That is a great mod because that is how a dry dock works, people. If you didn't know that, well, that's the basic premise of how a dry dock works anyway. I've seen plenty of Navy ships in dry docks myself, getting lots of overhauls and fixes and everything. Right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to buy the train that does the short route, and then we're going to buy the big train. Then we're going to do some fun track ride-alongs because we've got some time up our sleeves. The first track ride-along will be the big one, all the way down to Weaver's Watch. Then we'll get off and we'll get the ship and ride the ship into Coral Shores, just to get a feeling of what that rock wall's like through there, just to give a tip and a nod of the cap to Wingless Viper one more time to say, hey, great idea. Okay, so trains, Sam, you gonna just keep talking, or trains? Yeah, keep talking. Now there's going to be a lot of stopping and starting and all that sort of stuff, purely because the trains themselves are all going to be funneling into a bottleneck of train stations until we upgrade the train stations themselves and get that hooked up and running. It's going to be a clog jam. We're going to go with this EMD GP9. It's one of actually I could go with the Alco down the other end, but this does 105, so it's probably going to be better. You know what? I'm actually going to run with the Alco. for the bottom end one. I don't want your green though. I like the Arco. It's a good workhorse of a truck. We're gonna go in the dark maroon because I like that as well. I like the color maroon for some reason. Cargo wise, we're gonna run the best tankers that we can at the moment. So we're gonna go this tanker car. We're not gonna keep it all that color. Right. For this one here, I just want 144 capacity to start with. Okay, please. And then you are going to be bought. You are going to be set on the line, which will be, I forgot what we call it already. Was it the Weaver's Dot Refined Fuel Train? It was orange, so that's it. And off it goes, right? Don't get too excited. I know you want to jump on it and go for a ride, but that's not where we're at. We are now going to buy we're going to buy the AMD GP9 for this one. It is, it's pretty cheap to run at 105 clickety-clack. So we've got the BR218, which does 140 for 1.1 a year. That's 800 a year for, wow, this 35 clicks slower. Okay, well, maybe we do go something like this, BR218. What else we got? We got the NoHab. I don't want to use something a bit more workhorse looking. Go with the BR. I like the BR. Do we want to change the color up on it? Yeah, I actually want to go like that if we can. I think that'll look kind of cool. Okay, keep it like a nice blacky grey color to suit the product it's taking. Cargo wise, we're going to go with the same standard stock bulk tank cars. Oh, I don't mind a few different color ones too on this one. Give me some dark blue. Give me like a couple of green ones. And then back to some no color ones. And I want to make this thing quite big. 342 capacity. That might be too big to start with. Take me out one of each color. And leave that many. Yeah, okay. And we can add more later if we want to. Right, you are going to be on what did I start it with? I must have started it with Cape Hank. Cape Hank Weavers Crew Line. Off it goes, look at that. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, that one's just going to. We're going to be following that down the line. Where are you? Where are you, buddy boy? Oh, I like it. I like it in that color. That looks hot. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me today. So as I said, we're going to do this track ride along all the way down to Weaver's Watch. Then we're going to get off and we're going to ride the boat on over down into Coral Shores Port. And once again, give a big thanks to Wingless Viper for a great tip. If you'd like to have your suggestions in the game, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. The comment section below anyway, and we'll have a look at what you want to do and see how we can work it in. As long as it's within the game parameters and there's mods that might help to do it, we'll try it. We'll try our luck and see how we can incorporate it. Okay, so don't feel like I'm just one of those creators that doesn't listen to their viewers, because I do. I love to listen to what you guys love to play. We're playing this game together. I love the color of this. This just adds another element to it, actually. The other thing is, Ham, I don't want it to go. I don't want this train. I want this train to go straight ahead. You know what I haven't done? I haven't told it to come out of here and reverse up, have I? We'll sort that out later. It's gonna do it. Okay, we'll sort it out now. Manage line. After Cape Hank, can you add the station to come into here and do a turnaround, please? Can't do that one. Where can you actually pull in to do a turnaround for me? Can you do that one? Yeah, you can do that one. Okay, cool. It's a nice big long train too. Right, okay, gang. Please consider leaving a like, commenting and subscribing. Like I said, stay safe wherever you are. Stay glued to your screen. Come and hang out for some of the live streams. I will be playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which I can't... What is going on here? Get out of my train. The little shunter that could push through a train. Yeah, come and hang out at some of the live streams. Say hello and tell me what games you love to watch. And maybe we can start playing them. Or tell me what games you love watching at the moment. Stay safe, stay glued to your screen. Get out of here. again, if you're still there and watching, just to let you know that we haven't put in the fuel lines to be delivered out. That will come next episode.